What's good? It's Rod, certified trainer and hybrid athlete. Today I'm going to show you guys how to do a handstand. Okay, so before you do your first handstand, there's a couple prerequisites that you must meet. You have to be able to do at least 15 standard push-ups. You have to be able to do at least a 1 minute plank. And you don't have to be lean, but you have to have decent upper body strength. If you don't have those things yet, then you want to start with just doing basic push-ups, basic pull-ups, basic dips. Work the basics until you have the strength necessary. Don't rush into it. It's a journey. When learning to do a handstand, the first thing you want to do is get comfortable being upside down. A lot of people have a fear of going upside down, but you have to face that fear in order to be able to do a handstand. So the first thing I recommend you do is starting with walking up the wall. And what I mean by walking up the wall, I mean put your hands on the floor in front of a wall, find a good spot, set your foot, and begin to climb up the wall until you're vertical. You want to get used to this position. You're going to walk back down the wall, and you're going to go back, right back into it. Walk back down the wall. You want to do that for about 10 reps. You could take a break after, 1 or 2 minutes, go back into it. You can do as many sets of those as you want. You're not really going to get too tired from practicing. The next thing you're going to want to do when learning the handstand is learning how to kick up. So there's two ways to do a handstand. You can do a press the handstand or the easier option, which is the kick up. So I'm going to show you guys how to perform that. So you're going to put your hands on the floor about shoulder width. You're going to have one foot in front, one foot in the back, and you're going to kick your body up into the air. Kick your body up into the air. A lot of the time, you're not going to kick yourself up hard enough, and it's going to look like those attempts that I just did, where you're kicking like this, and you're not getting all the way up. And that comes with the first part of the video where I mentioned the fear of being upside down. If you're getting stuck in that position, you got to go back to step one and practice the wall walks again. Once you're confident, your kick-ups are going to look a little different, and some of them will look like this. Where you end up kicking too high over. And that's a good thing. You want to have some kicks where you kick too low, some kicks where you kick too high, because what you want to do is find your balance right there in the middle. So after practicing the kick-ups for a while, you should be able to get some type of feel and hold that like a little bit of a handstand. Not a long handstand, but be able to hold it for maybe a second or two. All right, boys. So you got the wall walks, you practiced your kick up. Now you're going to put the two together. So what you're going to do is you're going to practice kicking up onto the wall. You don't want to bang your feet into the wall super hard. What you want to do is try to kick up to where your feet hit gently. So it's going to look like this. Now, that is a very good way to practice your handstand, but remember, you're going to still have to keep practicing the handstands without the wall because a regular handstand is done without the wall. But when you're doing these, a key tip, once you get comfortable and you're able to kick up and get your feet up against the wall comfortably, you want to practice taking off 1 foot at a time, getting used to that balance without the wall. Step number 4, you got to be okay with falling. I know it sounds crazy. You don't want to get hurt, but you're not going to get hurt if you learn the proper way to fall. Now, when you're doing a handstand, sometimes you're going to lean too far to the left or too far to the right, and that's okay as long as you learn how to fall. I'm going to show you guys a few ways you can land the handstand in a safe way so that you face that fear of falling and can move on to the final step. So, you get into your handstand position, you're feeling good, you kick up, you're about to fall. You want to bring down one of your feet really hard, and your body's going to come with you. I'm going to show you guys again. So you kick up into your handstand. Oh, you kick down 1 foot super hard. It's going to bring your body with you. If you try to do a different method, then it may not work as well. When I first started doing handstands, I had a super big fear of falling, and I used to fall a lot because I didn't understand that if I just bring one of my feet down hard, the other will come with me. And a lot of my handstand attempts look like this, where I kick up into the air and I'm going and I fall on the floor. But you can skip that if you learn. When you go into your handstand, you kick up, bring the foot down. Bring the foot straight down. Number 5, if you made it this far, you're ready to do your first handstand. So, find some grass or a rubber floor, and you're going to want to place your hands in front of you, about shoulder width, get your feet in ready position, and kick up. Bonus tip for those who stay to the end, these are called parallettes. They're a wooden tool used to do your handstands, so you can put your wrists in a more favorable position rather than having them flat on the floor. I think these are a great tool to help you learn your handstand and also to perform handstands higher up in the air as you get better at doing the handstand. So for all my beginners, if you're still working towards a handstand, you can also use the parallettes for doing your push-ups as well. You can do standard push-ups like this. You can use one to make sure that you're going the same distance every time you do your push-up. And most importantly, to help practice to get the handstand, you can do pike push-ups where you put your body in a pike and you're coming down this way. So you can work on your shoulder strength so you can get your handstand. I forgot to mention hand placement, which is very important when doing a handstand. I mentioned that you should be shoulder width apart, but where exactly you position your hands on the floor matters a lot. All right, boom. So you don't want to have your hands just flat on the floor. You kind of want to grip the floor with your fingertips and your palm, because when you're leaning too far forward, you want to push down on your palms to balance out. And when you're leaning too far backwards, you want to push down on your fingertips to balance yourself. For more strength tips and advice, tune into my page. More content like this coming soon. If you like the video, and subscribe for more content.